The biblical character, Job, is a very sad character. He was a person who believed in God. He was a person of means with a big family. And pretty much overnight, he lost everything. He lost his family, most of his children. He lost his wealth. It's a terrible tale of woe and suffering, belief in God during the difficult times. And there's a fascinating midrash on the book of Job. It's difficult to find and it's difficult to understand. But the midrash says as follows: Lo nitkarera dato shel Iyov, that Job did not calm down, ad she here lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu sukkah bat gimel defanot, until God showed him an image of a sukkah with 3 walls. So of course we can understand. Job didn't know what was going on. Why was God punishing him? Wasn't he a good person? Why should his children die? Why should he lose his property? He was in a terrible state of suffering. And yet it says that he could not calm down until God showed him a sukkah with 3 sides. Well, what does that mean exactly? Well, we all know that a sukkah can be made in a number of different ways. Ideally, a sukkah should have 4 walls. But according to the Talmud, you can even make a sukkah with 2.5 walls. So here, Hashem was showing him as follows. He showed him a sukkah and it had 3 walls. And he said to him, you know, Job, sometimes in life things aren't perfect. Sometimes things are missing. But you know what? It's still a kosher sukkah. It's still okay. It's still valid to perform the mitzvah, even though there is 1 wall missing. We often think of life as something that has to be perfect. Everything has to be pristine. Everything has to go well. There can't be any lumps. There can't be any bumps. And unless life is perfect, it's worthless, and there's no point, and we might as well throw in the towel. And Hashem says that's not true. Make me a sukkah. And even though that sukkah is missing 1 side, it's still a kosher sukkah. You can still sit inside it. You can rejoice with your family. You can eat. You can drink. You can celebrate. It's a kosher sukkah. Job, things are missing in your life. Tragedy has struck. But you know what? It's not the end. You still have a life. You still have meaning in your life. Try to make it something joyous and good. And that's perhaps why of all of the festivals the Torah says about Sukkot, v'samachta b'chagecha. Rejoice in your festival. You know, it's a little bit strange. You're not sitting in your house. You go outside to a little flimsy structure and the rain could be pouring down and you must rejoice in your little sukkah. No, but that's exactly the point. To realize I'm alive. And that life sometimes has these bumps, but that's what gives it meaning. And nevertheless, you can have a joyous life. So remember that idea. Remember that midrash of Hashem calming Job down by showing him the sukkah with 3 sides. I wish you all a magnificent Yom Tov. Rejoice in your festival.